It's Jordan here with J-Dog Obedience again, and I just wanted to welcome you back to Lesson 10 of your free online puppy course. Hopefully, by this point, you guys have had success in all the commands up until this point, because today's lesson is going to be about bringing it all together by using sequencing. One question that I get a lot from people who I'm working with is how do they get their dog to the point where the dog will continue working without having to be treated every single time? Now, this is a very good question. And the answer is sequencing. Sequencing is really going to help you get your dog to the point where they're working through consecutive things without being rewarded every single time. So what we're going to do is we're going to start small and we're going to start sequencing together all of these cues that we've already taught our dog. So as with everything else that we've done, we're going to start slow and we're going to build up. So maybe you'll start by only sequencing a few together. So maybe like a sit, down, sit, or a down, stay, recall, whatever, so we're just going to start slowly sequencing these together. The goal here is that we do not want to have to treat our dog after every single movement. At first, if you still have to, that's perfectly fine, and you might only be able to do 2 together before you treat them. All dogs learn differently and all dogs progress at different rates. So however fast you have to go so that your dog is still successful, that is perfectly fine. But like I said, the goal here is to be able to sequence more than one together before we're rewarding our dog. That way they learn that even if they aren't getting treated every single time, they're still going to get rewarded at the very end. This is also a good time to start using other things as reward for your dog. So if your dog is struggling and you don't want to have to give them a treat, maybe, ask him for a sit, give him a little pat, then give him a down. So then they're still getting rewarded, but you're not necessarily having to give them food treats every single time. Then once they start responding to those physical rewards, you can start adding more to those sequences, okay? So I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to show you a couple different sequences that you can do with your dog. And your goal for today is just to see how big of a sequence you can build up. Maybe it's only 4 commands today. Maybe it's 10. Who knows? Either way, the goal here is to start sequencing them together so that it looks like all one fluid motion when you're working with your dog.
Sit. Down. Sit. Yes. Stay. Here. Sit. Down. Yes. Sit. Down. Sit. Touch. Yes. Touch. Touch. Sit. Down. Touch. Touch. Sit. Touch. Touch. Sit. Touch. Down. Yes. Yes. Good boy.
Okay guys, so that wraps up our lesson for today. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them below, shoot me a DM or email me at jdogobedience@gmail.com, and I will do anything and everything I can to help you. Otherwise, I hope you guys learned something new today, and I wish you all the best in your training, and I'll talk to you next time.